Okay, self-employed individuals. Let's take a look at the top 15 things that you want to make sure that you are getting a deduction for in your business if you're eligible for it. So let's take a look at number one. Number one is health insurance. A self-employed individual can deduct health insurance as what we would refer to as an above-the-line deduction. One little tidbit is you need to make sure is if you are that self-employed individual, you work for yourself. If you qualify for insurance under your spouse's plan, you don't get this deduction. Whether you take it or not, if you qualify for your spouse's, you don't get the self-employed health insurance deduction. So make sure that you check with that on your with your tax preparer. Number two.
Also on that would be like if you have a cost sharing. So if you are doing one of those health sharing plans, yes, those also don't count as insurance on these deductions.
Yes.
Number two, you're looking at transportation, and that's like your mileage costs. So you've tracked your miles to and from locations. This is not your commute, but this is specific driving for whatever purpose. So you've tracked your mileage, so you can get that, or you can also get actual expenses via your vehicle. So it's either mileage or actual expenses. I believe we have some other videos out there on business mileage, and so go check those out for a little bit more information on those. The link will be below.
Okay, number three is education. If you decide to take college courses to better your education in the field that you're in, those can be deductible. Another thing that's not college classes, but if you're taking continuing education classes for your business, that is also a deduction for your business. So whether it's college classes or continuing education, it's called CPE. As accountants, we're required to have CPE every year, so that is a deduction for our business. So make sure you're taking advantage of that.
Another big one will be your home offices. And so you don't just take all the expenses for a home using your office, but there's a certain percentage based off the square footage of your room and compared to your house. And so you only get to take a percentage of some of those deductions. But with those home offices, there's some pretty specific rules. So you're going to want to be very careful about those things as far as that goes. You can't just take it all, and you can't have a bedroom with a desk in the corner and say that's my home office. It has to be specific purpose, specific use to use those deductions.
We actually have a video very specific on home office as well, so check that out because it does have to be a dedicated workspace. Number five is self-employment taxes. So as a self-employed individual, you're required to pay Social Security and Medicare tax, which we refer to as self-employment taxes. This is actually 15.3% of your net income that you make on your business. As a self-employed person and paying these taxes, you actually get a deduction for half of that tax. So make sure that you don't forget to figure that in when you're doing your taxes, because you actually do get a deduction for half of it as a self-employed individual.
And to hit on one of our favorite points, it's best to have a good accountant to help you with that.
Yes.
Don't try to do it yourself.
Yes.
And so another one you might look at would be retirement savings. If you're a self-employed person, your retirement payments may pose some deductions for you. For example, if you're a solo 401k, you can leverage up to $58,000 and an additional $6,500 if you're over the age of 50.
Number seven, office supplies. Don't forget those. You may think that it's petty, but if you have to buy pens, you need sticky notes, you need staples for your office, all those things are deductible, so don't forget about those. So if you're a home office, you're gonna require a few extra supplies rather than if you're in an office maybe, because you're gonna have to have your own printer right there, and you're gonna have to make sure that you have your own ink. So all those things are deductible as well.
Back to some insurances, it's your business insurance. So if you're required to have something to operate your business, like a liability insurance, vehicle insurance if you're driving, things like that are going to be also deductible. So you'll want to be sure you keep track of those payments throughout the year.
And even as a self-employed person, if you actually have employees and you're providing health insurance to them, that's a deduction to you as well. So number 9, don't forget your phone and internet cost, because obviously you have to have a phone normally to run your business and you need internet. So those are also deductions for you too that you don't want to forget.
And then number 10 is going to be your loan and credit card interest payments, not the payment, not principal, just the interest on any loans that are specific to your business, credit card, a mortgage if you own a building, things like that, or like if you have an operating line of credit. The interest payments, deductible, the principal is not.
Yep. Number 11, startup cost. we've seen a lot of new business starting up lately. So anything that you do until you reach that first dollar, where you collect that first dollar of income, would be considered startup costs. But fortunately, we can take a $5,000 deduction in year one for those startup costs rather than having to depreciate them over time. That may be a lot of foreign terms to you, so get you a good tax preparer to help you out with those.
And another would be your business travel and meals. You got a hotel room, you ate dinner out. Meals are only 50%, hotels are 100%. So if you're traveling for work or for some kind of business purpose, then all of those things, tolls, fees like that, hotels, and then meals at 50%.
Number 13 is if you're a professional, like an engineer, lawyer, accountant, then you're going to be paying fees every year to stay up with those organizations. You have to belong to certain organizations. And you also have license fees. So make sure your dues and subscriptions, don't forget those. Those are deductible if they apply directly to your business.
Okay, so back to like you started a new business, this is your first year, or maybe it's your second year, third year, been in business for 10 years. You're going to buy things like business cards. You're going to pay for spots on back of t-shirts, like sponsor some kind of kids baseball team. You're going to put your name on the radio. Things like that is all advertising, and that is all also deductible to your business. So keep track of those advertising expenses.
Number 15, lastly, it's a big one, is qualified business income deduction. This is actually new in the last couple years. So you actually get a 20% deduction on your tax return of your net income of your business. So if your business, if you netted, meaning income minus expenses, $100,000, you potentially can get a 20% deduction of that. So another $20,000 deduction on your tax return. So make sure that if you're preparing your own taxes, don't miss it. Make sure you check it if you're getting them prepared by a professional. Make sure it's there. Those are the top 15 things that you want to make sure that you don't forget in your business. Make sure you're getting all the deductions that can help you save taxes. Make sure you like our video, subscribe to our channel, and share our video with your friends. Thanks and have a great day.
Okay, you do it.
Okay.